Hello and welcome in. I'm Tammy, I'm the Siberian Wind, and it is another Tuesday edition. If you are here hanging out, just drop into the chat, let me know you're here, and don't forget to hit that like or give me a thumbs up. YouTube really does pay attention. So I see Linda in the chat. Welcome in, Linda. She says, good evening, everyone. And I know Lana was here earlier. She said she was 10 hours early. So she had me laughing with everything she put into the chat. So if you guys can see that, it is really funny. So welcome in, welcome in. So tonight I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. We are going to be working on Cora, the Common Owl. This is a Laura Heine pattern. I don't know if I'm doing it exactly the way Laura Heine, would teach you to do it. I'm not teaching you to do it. I am just going to be working on it. So you guys get to hang out with me while I work on that. So let me know what you're working on tonight, what you've gotten into. I do have a fan going tonight because the air conditioning has gone out and we are waiting for a repair. So I do apologize if you're hearing that extra noise, and the maintenance man may be back. So if you hear extra noise, that's what's going on tonight. Welcome in, Susan. Glad you are here. Glad you're here. So what I've got on my wall behind me, this is the background. Hey, Judy, glad you're here. This is the background, aside from obviously this. This is the background for the owl. And what I've already done is I have traced and put fusible on the back of the tree and put the tree in place and put the knot or the hole in the tree in place as well. So this is a fairly big piece. Hey, Marion, welcome back in. Susan says she's sewing Moda Blockheads blocks. Ooh, fantastic. So my piece goes all the way down here, and this is the top of it, like up here. You can't see the pins, but that is the full height of it. So we may have dog barking tonight, so just keep in mind it is not a normal night. Linda says she's just clue 8 from Cotton Cut, so she's putting that together while she watches. Perfect. I was busy yesterday and finishing up today, cutting out everything for Nocturnal Soul, the Nocturnal Soul Quilt Salon. So this upcoming Friday, you guys will get to see the Nocturnal Soul Quilt-A-Long. You'll see that come together. So that video will come out Friday. I have not sewn any of it, so I can't show you any of it, other than the fact that it's all cut out and it is now off to the side, so I don't mess it up. So what I've got on my table, and this is my drawing following the pattern. So I traced it. This is just some sew-in interfacing. There's no fusible on it whatsoever. And none of my pieces are actually fused in place. So I can pick them up and move them. I decided I would cut out these cute sunflowers to be the owl eyes. So those are going to be there. And then I think I'm going to cut this in half and use part of it above the eye and part of it below the eye for kind of like the eye, the around the eye piece for the owl. Same thing with this one because this one's super big. And when I cut this out, I thought that was so cute. It looks like the owl is closing its eyelid. If you look at this like an owl eye, it looks like it's closing its eyelid. Just a hair, it's winking at you. So I chose that. And then I've been filling it kind of from the bottom up. I have not gotten a lot of filling done. So we're going to be doing some cutting out tonight. You guys will get to see some of my other fabrics that I have. So what I've got in here, the sunflowers are from one fabric, and that's actually my first fabric that I'm going to cut into again. I've got this fabric is a batik. So this fabric with these leaves down here is the same fabric that is up here. So these are like batik leaves. So I just cut that out. and that's going to be part of the bottom of the owl. This giant flower, we're going to cut one more of those out, and I'm going to put it up here to kind of fill in a lot of this extra space here. And then I think we're going to get to it tonight. I promise we're going to get to it because I want to see how it's going to look. I have a tree that we're going to cut out, and it's going to be upside down to make the beak. And then once I get all this done, then I still have the tail to do. So it's not going to be done tonight. It's definitely not going to be done tonight. Have you guys ever done any project like this? Have you ever done an applique project like this where it's all, you know, raw edge applique and all fused down? What I'm going to do is the fusible that I'm using is not the fusible that was recommended on the pattern. The recommended fusible is Steam-A-Seam, I believe. I know it wasn't the one that I'm using. I'm using, I think, Heat & Bond Light, I think, is what I've got. And so what I've done is I've pre-fused some of my fabrics, because the way that this Heat & Bond works is you use your iron on a hot setting but no steam, and you fuse the glue part of it to the back of your fabric, and then once you're ready, you can then peel the backing paper off and then fuse it in place wherever you want it. So all of these pieces down here have the fusible still, or the backing paper still on it. I have a deer in here, I have a turkey, and I have a bear. I have put some animals in my owl. I have never done a project like this. I went and took a class. Hey Sheila, welcome in. I took a class probably a couple of Saturdays ago, and I came home and I haven't really worked on this any, so I figured it was time to work on it. It's time to work on it. How are you doing tonight, Sheila? How are you doing? How's everyone doing? How's everyone doing? Come on, give me some good news. We need good news tonight, right? Tonight is a good news night. Hey Carrie, welcome in. Welcome in. I've been out and about all day today. I've been working on the retreat that's coming up September of next year. Tentative dates right now is September 9th through the 13th. And provided that nothing else goes sideways, those dates will work. So September 9th through the 13th. So we are exactly 1 year away from the first The Siberian Wind Retreat. So I've been talking to hotels, I've been talking to the visitors center, the convention center, the visitors bureau, whatever you want to call it. I've been talking to those people too, just getting everything lined up. Oh, that's so fantastic. Where are you cruising to and from, Judy? She says her cruise is 4 days away. Sheila says she's doing pretty well. She had some yummy soup for dinner. Ooh, sounds good. Linda made a Sunbonnet Sue queen size. She machine stitched the pieces on, or she would still be doing by hand. So my Sunbonnet Sue is actually in a box. I do have one, and I machine stitched it because I agree if I was doing it by hand, it would still not be done. And it has been well loved, and the machine stitches are not holding on. So I am going to take all the quilting stitches out. I wasn't happy with them to begin with. So I've been working slowly every so often on working on getting those stitches taken out. And then I will restitch the sunbonnets in place and then requilt. So that one's a long-term project. I'm excited to see your sunbonnets. Oh, is the sunbonnet a new project, or is that one that you finished a while back? Is that one you finished a while back? And Susan, what are you working on tonight, sweetheart? Are you guys ready for the retreat this weekend? If you're not yet registered, you can still register. I don't honestly know. There's my, maybe. Is that? Yeah, my keyboard is under here. I hid my keyboard for myself. Let me drop the link in here for you guys. Miami to San Juan, St. Thomas, and then Celebration Island. Don't know where that is, and then back to Miami. Oh, that sounds very beautiful and very tropical. Are you going to quilt on this cruise, or are you just going to be a normal human and pretend like quilting doesn't exist for a few days? I know. Crazy, crazy thought. Crazy thought. I walked into one of the hotels today and I said, yeah, I'm a quilter and I teach quilting. And the lady says, oh, well, my mother quilts. I was like, oh, very cool, very cool. And then I walked into the other hotel and I was like, yeah, I'm a quilter and I teach quilting on YouTube. And she's like, oh my gosh, that is so awesome. Like, it was crazy, crazy excited, crazy different. Carrie is going through her whips to decide what she's going to play with this weekend. Oh, perfect. I can't wait to see what you pick. I've got a lot of whips and that's probably what I'm going to be working on. That's probably what I'm going to be working on all weekend is works in progress that I have put up and put aside. Linda says she made it a while back and thinks she already shared it. She still has to quilt it together. Got the new tracks for long arm, but still waiting on the handlebars. Ooh, good deal. I'm excited for you. Judy says she's just going to go have fun. I like the sound of that. I like that. Every so often, we all need a break, even from the things that we love. Susan just sewed the 4th block for today. Have a 5th prepped and ready to sew. What blocks are those? What blocks are those that you're sewing? Have you guys done anything like this before? How do I know if I actually got signed up for a retreat? You know what? Let's fix that. Let me go take a look. Because I should be able to, yes, I don't have to use my keyboard. Don't have to use my keyboard. Okay, let's see who is signed up for the September 2025 retreat. And we are looking for Sheila. And let's see, going back through September. Yes, you are signed up. I do have an email address for you. Please stop, sir. So yes, you are signed up. Marion is kitting fabrics for future projects till she can see well enough to sew. So many ideas. Your sew along included in October. Yay! I'm so excited about that. I'm so excited. I need to do my video because that's going to come out the September 15th reminder video. That is Monday. So I have to get that done before the retreat happens. So I have a lot of video recording to do by then. Let's see. Susan has her 50th high school reunion this weekend, so not doing the retreat this time. I understand that. And I agree with you, Sheila. She's saying, Susan, I hope you have a wonderful time. They're from Moto Blockheads 4. Oh, okay, that's right. I do remember you telling me that. Might be there twice because I just registered. Couldn't remember if I did, says Carrie. You know what? That is perfectly fine. I will see that I have the same email twice and it won't phase me. I can fix that. Let's see. I do see you recently signed up. Yep, you're signed up twice. That's okay. You capitalized one time and you didn't capitalize the other, so Google took it twice, but that's okay. That is fine. I don't mind. So if you accidentally get 2 emails, you'll know. So the emails are going to go out. Hey, Ray-Ann, welcome in. She says, good evening to me and everyone. Glad you're here. Glad you made it in. So the retreat, the signups will close Friday after the live with Kathy and Alicia on Friday night. So if you guys don't remember, this Friday night starts Yuletide Sampler 2. And so you want to be here. You don't want to miss it. You guys are in for a treat. We all 3 have different fabric lines that we're we're sewing from. So it's going to be exciting to see who has what and who's sewing what. Carrie says she had to miss the last one, didn't want to miss this one. I hear you. I don't want you to miss this one either. I love hanging out with you guys. I really do. It is a lot of fun being able to actually hear your voices. I know a lot of you put faces to names. I don't do faces because it just doesn't make sense for me. But yeah, we will put some faces and all that to everything. How do we think about that? We'll see. Let me get my screen up so I can see what you guys can see. So hey Nanita. Is it Nanita or is it Nanita? Can you tell me how to pronounce your name? Is there a way to, I know because you're doing it via type, is there a way for you to tell me? So I'm gonna turn this flower this way and turn it that way. And we're gonna stuff it in back here. And I think I'm going to pull, yes, I am. I'm going to pull my leopard print that's back there up a little bit. I have leopard print in here, guys. If you've not caught on yet, I took leopard print and I cut them out like they were flowers. And so there is leopard print included in this quilt or in this piece. So I will rearrange all of this more and more as I go. As I fill in more pieces and parts. And I'll use tweezers probably to move things around as I get there. But I'm not there yet. We will get there, I promise. So let's see. Naniita? Is that correct? Naniita? Or am I butchering it? I really don't want to butcher your name, I promise. Hey, Chloe, she's just popping in for a minute. She'll watch the replay. Oh, that's perfectly fine. I'm so glad to see your name. And if you have not registered for a retreat, click the link at the top of the window, and that should allow you to register for a retreat. I think, Chloe, you are already registered, so you are good, in case you're wondering. So I'm so excited. We have, how many do we have? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16 with at least one duplicate. So we're looking at 15 people. Diana, okay. You don't have to make it that simple, but that works. I will call you Diana then. I appreciate it. That is definitely easier for me to pronounce. And if we ever get to meet if you want to come to the retreat, which is free and it's on Zoom, but anytime if you ever want to help me figure out how to pronounce a screen name, just let me know. And I will absolutely take that time and effort to learn how. I don't mind. I don't mind one bit. But I will definitely try to remember that, Diana. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. All right, I think I'm going to wait on this flower. Let me get to where I can see what you guys are seeing. There we go. So I'm going to wait on this flower. I am going to use it, but I think I'm going to use it in the tail. So I'm not worried about it just yet. If I don't use it in the tail, I could actually use it up here to go up here. I'm using pine cones for the ears, well, they're not really ears, but the little fluff feathers that go at the top of an owl. I'm using pine cones for that. I'm so excited about the pine cones. I'm so excited about it. All right, I'm gonna hang on to that one. We'll come back to it. Yay! Chloe, you have a raffle ticket for the next Super Chat giveaway. Congratulations. And Super Chats are always open, guys. So you can, sorry, I've got the hiccup, or I've got the burps and hiccups or whatever I have. I apologize. So this is where my pine cones came from. So you guys can see the pine cones tucked in here. And you don't necessarily have to cut the entire pine cone out. You can cut out part of it, however detailed you want to be. I didn't get very close to the pine cones on that one, but that's okay. I don't need to. Now this one, this fabric, I haven't decided exactly how I want to cut it, but I think once I start, oh, okay, that's your nickname. Okay, perfect. Well, I will definitely learn it when you give me when I have the opportunity to hear you say it. Since I am struggling for some reason, my brain is not processing. Oh, Susan will not be outdone. She is trying to go for that raffle ticket or another raffle ticket for the Super Tag giveaway. Yay! Hi, Steph. Welcome in. Steph from the Grovesburg Emporium is here. And guys, if you do have a YouTube channel, if you want to promote yourself, you absolutely can on my channel. It is !selfie. And that will drop your link into the chat so people can come check you out. So thank you for being here, Steph. I appreciate it. So this fabric is highly printed. Like it's like almost like a twill print or twill print because there's just so much print all over the place and it almost all connects back to each other. So I'm just going to cut out a section that I want to use and that's what we're going to do. So I'm not even going to worry necessarily about following the print per se. We're just going to cut it out. It is, Carrie. She's asking if this is a collage quilt. It is a collage quilt. So the owl is supposed to be in collage. And this is a Laura Heine pattern. Again, I don't know if I'm doing it the way Laura Heine would say to do it. So please don't say that I am butchering it because I'm doing it my way. So it is what it is. Hey, Laura Lynn. Oh my gosh, hi. She says, hey, hello, cool kids popping in to say hi. Hiya, I'm so appreciative of that. And welcome in, Jess. Glad you're here. You guys are so fantastic. We have so many channels stopping in tonight. I'm so excited about that. So yeah, we are just going to cut some random pieces out of this and we're going to add this to this project. I have not really worked on this at all on the channel. I've kind of only done a little bit off of the channel just to go around with it. Hey, Sherry! Guys, you're all showing up. Oh my gosh, thank you. You know, you need to do this on the 7th of October and just really blow my birthday out of the water. Just, you know, put that on your calendar. It's a Sew and Tell night. And it's the last night to enter Sew and Tell for the giveaway quilt this month, this cycle, the 6-month cycle. So yeah, and guys, if you're newly coming in and you want to promote your channel, !selfie. I don't mind. I don't mind one bit. All right, so I'm going to show you what I got so far. We are just cutting. I'm keeping this design right here, and I'm literally just cutting wherever the design is taking me, and we're going to see what we end up with. Mr. Siberian Wind is very much into owls. He really likes the owl bird. Like I'm a polar bear person. I love polar bears. They are cute and fluffy looking, but they are mean and vicious at the same time. And I can totally relate. You know, they're cute and fluffy, and then they have to defend themselves and fight to survive. And I think that is just absolutely fantastic that polar bears exist. So I am a polar bear fanatic, but Mr. Siberian Wind likes owls. So we are doing an owl for Mr. Siberian Wind. And so I asked him what colors he wanted for his owl, and he chose fall themed colors. He chose all of the background fabrics and the tree fabric, or I think I picked out the tree fabric, or the tree fabrics, I'll put it that way. And then he picked out some of these others, and then I picked out fabric on my shelf, and I picked out fabric from Hobby Lobby because that's what I had available to me, and we're just going with it. We're just going with it. How many of you guys have done a collage quilt? How many of you done a collage quilt of any designer? I know that Teresa Louise really does a fantastic job with those horses and the other collages she's done. I can spend hours watching her work on the horses. I've never really taken the time to work on one of these. Well, I take that back. I have done one other collage, but it was so long ago, and I really had no idea what I was doing. Sheila says, this is such a cool process. I have a small kit from her. I'm looking forward to trying it once I find it. Oh, perfect. Hey, Nikki, welcome in. Glad you are here. So I think the most intimidating part of this is that I had to pick all of my own fabrics and nothing was pre-provided for me. So having to pick my own fabrics made it a lot more scary because I didn't buy a kit. Oh, Laura Lynn hasn't made one. Carrie says she has not been interested in it, but maybe she'll reconsider it. Cynthia, perfectly. Yes, you did. I love that. She said, boo, did I scare you? Welcome in. Welcome in. Sherry says she's amazing. Oh, Teresa Louise, absolutely she is. Hey, Katie, welcome in. Susan did a Laura Heine Peacock one. Oh, gosh. Okay. So Laura Heine also has one out called, or it's a, oh, what is the bird? It is not a peacock. It is a flamingo. And when I took the little, like, group class that I took, and again, I'm not exactly following all of the processes that Laura Heine would say, so please don't follow my example and say I taught Laura Heine, because I'm not trying to step on toes. She's very proud of her work and her kits, as she should be, but I don't want to step on toes. Oh, thank you, Judy. She says be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And super chats are open for the super chat giveaway. So don't forget, the block that I did Sunday is going to be going in that super chat giveaway, the apartments. And the extra fabric and pattern is all kitted up with it. So you will get the assembled block and you will get the extra fabrics. And we will have a dog in trouble here in just a moment. Bear with me just a second. He is sorting through my trash, even though he should not be, for sure. Bear with me. Let's see. That is the one challenge of having a trash can right at dog nose height. I forgot to close it. Cynthia says she's driving right now, so just listening until she gets home. Oh, perfect. Yes, don't watch, just listen. Carrie says every time she hears the word flamingo, she pictures James Spader and William Shatner in Boston Legal. Oh, I bet that was so funny. So what was she calling? Oh, she's calling it a pink duck. And no, I have no idea where she got the name, got the idea to call the flamingo a pink duck. But they started calling the flamingo a pink duck. So all day when she would point to the flamingo one for any kind of whatever, she would call it a pink duck. And it hit me like, eh? Like, what? Really? What? Really? Like, I was going back and forth with it. Sir, what? So apparently Pal does not think that I am done getting up and handling his little issues, so he is trying to convince me that he has more things for me to handle. So we may have some interruptions from the puppy tonight. Let's see. Yeah, so this one is Cora, the common owl. And I don't think it's going to look like a female much by the time I'm done with it. So it may actually be a female owl. I don't know. Mr. Siberian Wind will get to decide because it will be his once I am done. He will have to decide where it's going and what he's going to do with it. And as long as it's not putting it in a closet and putting it in a corner and never seeing it again, I will be happy. She's going to put hordes on the pink duck. Oh my gosh. Oh, Carrie, you're so funny. No, she's done with it. She's completely done with it. But that would be so funny. So I did, what I was saying earlier is I did go to a couple of different hotels. So I have a couple of different working plans going through my head right now for the retreat. One would give us a little bit more flexibility on food. The other, it would be possibly catered, but the costs might go up for catered food. So I'm trying to see what our options really are going to end up being. So we've got a little bit of back and forth to go before the retreat is finalized and ready to start booking. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Throwing that in there? I don't know if that's going to work right where that is, but we'll work on it. We'll work on it. So I may cut more out of this. I've got plenty more fused, so you guys can see the back where I've got the fuse in place. So we'll have more to fuse, but I don't know what I want to do with it yet. I'm also not sure exactly how I want to cut this yet. Hey Ellen, welcome in. Glad you're here. This is kind of like, it looks like kidney beans almost. It's not kidney beans. It almost looks like a topographical map almost too. What time does your Zoom retreat start? It starts at 6 a.m. Mountain Time on Saturday. So I will be up bright and early Saturday morning for that. And then it will run till 7 p.m. Mountain Time on Sunday. So it will run a pretty good amount of time. So you can always come and go as you need to as well. I'm going to rush over. I'm going to grab the tree. I want to see how this tree is going to come out. So I'm going to show you this fabric. Okay, this is the back. This is the zoom out version of the fabric. You see this deer. I already have a deer in here. I could add more deers. Is it deer? Deers? Is the plural of deers deer? Is the plural of deers, or is it just deer? A herded deer? I don't know. Okay, so whatever it is, I have more deer. I have more creatures that look like a deer. But I have a tree. It is a very faint little tree sitting right here in this fabric. It's kind of like a Christmas tree, but it's very, very faint. You guys can probably see it there a little bit better. So we're going to cut that. So plural is deer. Okay, that's what I thought. I didn't think you add an S to it. So we're going to cut this this tree out from the deer fabric. Deer is both singular and plural. Okay, that's what I thought too. And so we're going to put the tree upside down as the beak of the owl. So we're just going to leave a lot of this extra around it. I'm not going to cut it real close or anything. I don't mind if it's not cut close. I kind of like the extra around it being in there. I think that'll add to the beak effect. In the sample, I really couldn't tell that there was a beak intended to be in the picture. So, oh, that'll work. It's a little small, but that will work. So we're going to have an upside down tree for the beak. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of the beak? The tree for the beak. All right, so now this fabric would be normally a really hard fabric to do for such a large scale project. A lot of the different collage projects, you kind of want to choose. Oh, Diana's saying deers. Well, I guess we shall see. We shall see. Well, I only have one in here right now, so we're going to go with deer. I have one deer in here. The other deer that I just showed is overhanging out. Hey, Andy! Carrie says she likes the way that looks. Oh, thank you. So this fabric, I'm going to go up close so you guys can see it. Andy's saying hi, Tammy, and all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Long time no see, right? So this fabric is super tiny print, guys. Like, I mean, you guys see my fingers up next to the fabric. So you guys can see just how tiny some of these little leaf patterns are. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut a bigger section of it out because I don't need tiny little pieces of something. I need bigger pieces. So we're going to cut a little bit of this out. And Mr. Siberian Wind is not a big fan of purples, so we're not going to leave the purple sections in here. We're going to cut roughly around, and we're going to rough cut. We're not even going to trim this one that close. My aunt taught me that Susan, she was an English teacher. Okay, perfect. Oh, okay, so deer is deer. It's never a deer's. Okay. Joan, hi, welcome in. She forgot it was Tuesday. Just checked her phone and I came up. What are we making? So, the background behind me is for the owl. Oh, Andy's here, but she's munching on some grub. I don't blame you. I was doing that a little bit too. So this behind me is the background that Cora, the common owl, is going to go onto. So I know it's kind of hard to see on some of this, but I have traced the pattern for the owl out. And so we are coming up with some pieces to go fill in the owl. And once the owl is completely filled in, then what I will do is I will peel the backing papers off of everything, put it in their final position, fuse it down, and then I will take this entire piece, cut out on the lines, and then I will attach it to this up here. Now I may go ahead, because this is probably never going to get taken down and thrown in the washing machine. That is not the intent. It is not going to be one of those kinds of used items. My dog is walking by and he has a monkey ear in his mouth and the rest of the monkey is hanging out. So I've got the owl to put on here and the tail. The tree is already in place and I can zigzag stitch that down wherever I want to. And then I'm going to, I think, do a lot of stitching on the owl before it's appliqued in place. That way I don't have raw edges coming up, because the product that I'm using is Heat and Bond and it doesn't wash well. It's going, once I wash it, if I have to wash it, it will not keep its hold. So one of the products that Laura Heine recommends in the pattern said that she recommends Steam-A-Seam. Well, I have a little bit, but I don't have enough to do that much. So I really didn't want to use my Steam-A-Seam on this project. I will use it on other projects that are going to be washed, but not on this one. Hey Zaza, welcome in. Oh, Diana says she could be wrong, so she speaks 2 different languages. That is okay. I barely speak one, so you are in good company. I do not mind if you speak more than one. That is very awesome. I wish I was bilingual. Oh, watching from bed tonight feeling crappy. Well, okay. So now you have an owl, the start of an owl looking up at you and giving you a nice little wink. So your owl, your night just improved. It is the same with sheep. Oh, okay, gotcha. Sheep is never sheep's. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. I should know that, but oh well. Oh well. Alright, so this is a big flower section. And it's a lot of leaves, is what it kind of looks like. It doesn't really look like flowers, but they're tiny, tiny, tiny. So this is going to tuck in here. And I think I'm going to put it right behind the deer, so that the deer does stand out a little bit, because I think that just adds to the comedic effect of having a deer on the owl. So I think that's what I'm going to do with that. And I have more of this. I can cut out quite a few more of those sections, and I probably will. And I agree, Joan. Everybody's hoping that Zaza feels better soon. Oh, little Bo Peep taught her to carry that. Oh, you're so funny. I love that. Oh my goodness, pal, could you please stop, sir? We're having a little OCD night. That fat quarter shop block you made for the other night, the entire mystery quilt patterns from 2015 are still there for purchase if whoever wins is interested. Oh, that's very cool, Ellen. I know a lot of people were super excited to potentially win that. But that is going to be a super chat giveaway. So you have to enter super chat in order to win. Just saying. Just saying. And this is 0 sugar, so I'm not just downing a whole bunch of sugar, guys. I'm not saying that it's healthy for me, but it's better than the Dr. Pepper I was drinking for the longest. Pal, could you stop, please? I see you. Stop. He's just licking his knee. He's being fussy about his knee. All right, so we're going to cut another large flower out of here. So I have already, hey Susie, welcome in. And guys, while I'm thinking about it, if you have not clicked the link at the top to register for this weekend's event, for the retreat, if you want to register, please go register so you can attend as you have time to. Zaza is asking, what am I making? I am working on Cora the Common Owl. She is a Laura Heine project, Laura Heine pattern, and I am just doing what I can to start trying to put it together. We've got a long way to go. She is not anywhere near being ready, but we're working on it. So hey, there you go. Susie wants to win that block. So Susie, you now have a raffle ticket for the super chat giveaway. So I'm gonna slide Cora off to the side just a little bit so I can cut this piece. And I'm gonna keep fussing at the puppy because he keeps licking his knee and it's driving me crazy. Hey Katie Crafts, welcome in. She says hello everyone. Sitting at my machine makes it hard to be chatting. I hear you, Susan. I am right with you. There are so many days that is just the hardest thing to do, is to chat because I'm at the machine. Yes, it is a collage. It is. I keep seeing Teresa Louise working on those collages, and I bought this last summer. And again, we bought it because Mr. Siberian Wind is a huge fan of owls. We got to go to something in Salt Lake City. Oh gosh, I think 2019. I think that was how far back it was. And it was a Harry Potter themed section to the Halloween thing that we went to because Halloween. So we went, and then he got to actually stand right next to an owl. Now, it was the Harry Potter owl. Does he care for Harry Potter? No, he does not. But that is okay. That is perfectly okay. But I have a picture of Mr. Siberian Wind in a jacket standing next to a very large owl. Makes Mr. Siberian Wind's head look a little tiny. It was a busy day sewing with friends. Oh, that's fantastic. I get to go sew with one tomorrow. So that'll be awesome. It is a great way to spend the days, as I agree. Cynthia is home. Perfect. Glad you are home safe. So now you get to pack more, or you get to hang out with us at least for a little bit before you go back to packing more. I know how that goes. Believe me, I do. Making paper collages, does that count? Oh, it does. Absolutely. These are kind of paper. There's paper backing on here. Now, they did say that you can get those serrated scissors. So if you guys have never tried anything like this and you're going to be leaving everything raw edge, the Karen K. Buckley applique scissors are serrated, so your fabric should not fray at all after you've used those scissors. That's the selling point of those scissors. So if you are looking for something to add to your, as I drop a bottle into the puppy's realm of purview, I knocked my table. That was my bad. But if you are looking for something to add to your Christmas list, that would be something. If you were looking to do raw edge applique, the Karen K. Buckley applique scissors are what was recommended. Do I own those? No, I do not. Am I worried about it? No, of course I am not. You guys know me. If I don't own it and I can't justify it because I'm not going to be doing that much more of it, I'm not going to spend the money. But if it's something that would be important to you, then you could absolutely invest in them. Cynthia is saying she doesn't know what a collage quilt is. So this is, okay, So the background that I've got here, this is a seam that is sewn together. Everything on here is just fused in place, and then I'm going to um, do zigzag stitching down to hold it in place. And everything on the owl is going to just be zigzag down. So it's not going to be pieced. It is going to be quite literally fused in place, and some things are going to be sitting on top of others. So it's very much like a paper collage, but it's with fabric instead. So yeah, that is all a collage quilt is that it is very much like a paper collage, but it is with fabric instead of paper. And this is going to be a wall hanging. We are not washing this thing. See, it's the small owls that are the best hunters. They can take down big prey compared to their size. They can. Because of Mr. Siberian Wind, I have learned so many things about owls throughout the years. And so, like, when I see an owl, when I saw this in the store, they had it done, of course, closer to the Karen K. Buckley colors. And the kit, like, maybe they got the kit or something. The fabric that I'm cutting is awesome, isn't it? I am absolutely in love with this. It is just such a gorgeous fabric, and it is a batik, so I can use one side or the other. It doesn't matter. Oh, Sheila says she got talked into buying some of those Appliquick scissors, the Karen K. Buckley serrated scissors at a quilt show. They got her. Oh, and Zaza says that they are great. Yeah, I bet they are, and I know at least one or two of the people in the class with me had them. I can't justify spending $40 on a pair of scissors that are not spring loaded. So I don't know if they're spring loaded, but I don't think they are. I have to have that spring loaded in order to be functional 4 hours later. So mine are spring loaded. I'm just using my Fiskars scissors. They're not the snip snips. They're not the super small snips, but I like these. These are absolutely my favorite scissors right now. So the Fiskars, whatever these are, I don't remember. Easy Action is what they're called. I guess. I don't know. But I'm not giving them up. I'm not giving them up. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. We are going to stick this all the way up underneath, and that is going to become the top of our owl's head. So we're going to give the owl a little bit of a greenery head. And then I do need to do a little bit more pine cones to fill in this side of the ear. But we will make sure that we put some dark pieces underneath the beak as well, so that I make that stand out. I don't have the applique ones. I have several pairs of her scissors, and I really like them. I bet. I'm looking at what my dog is carrying around. Oh, he's carrying something that is his, but not that something he was supposed to have. So he got into something. Let's see. Where am I? Okay, I'm caught up. I'm just making sure I'm caught up. All right, so let's grab, let me grab some more of this one. What's special about the Karen K. Buckley? So Cynthia's asking what's special about the Karen K. Buckley scissors. Sell me on them, educate me, please. Okay, so typical scissors like these, which Andy loves these too. I know, I keep seeing them in your video and I'm going, she's got my scissors. She's got mine. You know, I need purple ones. If anybody ever finds a way or wants to contact Fiskars and see if they will make me a purple line of scissors, whether it's the blades are purple or the handles are purple in different shades of purple, oh my gosh, totally, I would be broke, but I would buy them. Okay. So typical scissors are just a straight edge. So it's, they're just like what you're used to. The Karen K. Buckley ones are serrated. You will typically find serrated edges on some kinds of kitchen scissors. Not all of them, but some of them will be kind of serrated. So kind of like your steak knife would be serrated, but much, much tinier serrations. What those serrations do is they act kind of like pinking shears. Hey, Pat, welcome in. So the serrated blade helps prevent the edges from fraying. So when you cut regular fabric, you know how the fabric can fray at the edges. The Karen K. Buckley scissors, because they're serrated, are not going to fray at the edges, so your fabric will not fray. So that's the selling point of the Karen K. Buckley scissors. But again, they're not spring loaded, so not doing that. Carrie's saying I should paint them. It's micro serrations. Yeah, they're super tiny serrations. Like you almost can't see them unless you're like magnifying it. My gosh, guys, my dog, I swear. Let me see if I can get him to bring me what he got that he's not supposed to have yet. All right, we have the treat jar. He knows to bring it. Okay, go get me the other pieces. Where's the other pieces? So I need to kind of fix this up. It's called tailgate time. And yep, let me see it. No, bring it here. So we have Pupweiser, we have Pause Light, and we have Pup Light. So they're little squeaky toy cans that go into this cooler, and that's fine, and that works fantastically for him, but he tends to chew on the rope, so we only give this to him when we can watch him, and I can't watch him right now, so he is getting a puppy Cheez-It for bringing it to me, because he wasn't supposed to go stealing it, but he stole it. So let's see, as we were having in class, I got mine on the class discount. Oh, that is a good idea. Yeah, if you ever have, oh, Zaza says that they're nice and light too. Oh, very cool. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Now is not the time to be playing with the random toys that you find. We brought it up from the garage. It was in with a whole bunch of other things that he doesn't get all year long, like the seasonal stuff. That's hilarious, isn't it? Right? He has a lot of cute ones. He's got one that is a stocking, and we've lost some other houses for the toys, for Christmas toys, and so we're going to have to get him some new houses, or we just combine them to fill in some space. And so that's one of those that it works, but he chews that rope, and we don't want him swallowing the rope. So yeah, we can't let him just have it without being supervised. He's a little pain in the rear with it. All right, so I got Gingers and they hurt my hands. Yeah, see, I can't do regular scissors for that very reason. Excuse you, sir. No, sir. Come here. I know exactly what you're doing. Come here. Come. He went right back to go stealing some more. Come on. Up. All the way. Settle. Thank you. He's not happy with me. Oh, this is not fused all the way, so let me fuse it all the way a little bit further. I didn't get it fused all the way. Yeah, I don't own any Gingers because I've not spent the money to get the ones with the spring, because I know Ginger has some with the spring in it, the spring loaded, but I can't do it without the spring loaded. I've got to have that. It is kind of that requirement for me. Oh, Gingers are heavy. They are. They can be. So you guys know my Jackie, my seam ripper Jackie. I had a Ginger version of that way back when. Gosh, I love that seam ripper. That was a fantastic seam ripper. Worked beautifully. Just fantastic all around. And I have lost it at some point and still can't find it. Autocorrect. You're good, Sherry. I think everybody knows what you're saying, because we're all following along the lines tonight. We're all getting there. Sheila says she's had her Gingers for 10 years, 40 years. Oh my gosh. You had them a little bit. You have them a little while. Now I do have like all of my scissors, the random scissors that I have. No sir. Where are you going? No sir. Get back up here. Get back up here. Come on. We're not doing this. Come on. Okay, so we're settling down behind mommy. Or we were. Over here, please. Go with Daddy. Daddy heard Puppy getting scolded a couple of too many times. Oh, gotta love it. Gotta love it. So we're gonna cut this one out and see where we're gonna put it. And then I think I'm gonna do a little bit of finagling with the other ones that I've got on here. They're the same colorway, the same fabric. And see what exactly we're gonna do, and then we'll call it for today. But don't worry, I'll be back Friday. I will be back Friday. Friday is Yuletide Sampler 2. Who is ready for Yuletide Sampler 2? Who has their fabric? Who has their patterns? Or who's just following along and just gonna watch? Sheila, like everything, the older ones are much better than the new ones. Very true. Very true. Let's see. Okay, Nightbot sending in a message. Perfect, perfect. So what is the one thing that you always think you're going to accidentally leave behind when you go to a retreat? If you've never been to a retreat, when you go to a sew day or you go sew at a friend's house, what is the one thing you are always double checking to make sure you packed? What is the one thing that you are always terrified you're accidentally going to leave behind? Ellen is just going to be watching. That is okay. That's perfectly okay. So if you had to guess, because I'm going to be an odd one out for Yuletide Sampler. If you had to guess, what colors do you think that I am using in my Yuletide Sampler 2? Or have you seen the pattern? All right, so we're gonna I think we're gonna do the outer wings are going to be these light colors. So I think I'm going to cut this apart. Oh, Carrie keeps checking for her Martelli. I love that. If I didn't already have so many projects, I'd be joining it. It's such a pretty quilt. It is, Sheila. It really is. And I thought, like, looking at it, I was like, you know, I really like this. But I was a little worried that it was going to be a little bit harder than I think it actually is going to be. I think it's going to be a fairly simple quilt compared to, like, for assembly purposes than what I was thinking it might be. So, couldn't get a PDF? Yeah, there is a PDF pattern. If you haven't gone to Halloween Colors is Carrie's guess. Ooh, that would be exciting, wouldn't that be? Ellen keeps worried that she's going to forget her scissors or her stabilizer, and Zaza says scissors and rotary cutter. Susan says a friend of hers actually left her sewing machine at home and the retreat was over an hour away from. Ouch! That's painful. That's really painful. All right, so I think what I'm going to do, I don't know which direction I want to do these in, but I think that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to pepper in some of these on the outside edges of the owl so that we have that light color tracing the outside wings, and so we have a darker inside body. I think that's what I want to do. Okay, so the PDF, if you will go click on, let me go double check, but should be, if you go to this Friday's video, let me grab it real quick if I can. Oh, it's going to be on lives. That's why. All right, so the Yuletide Sampler 2 quilts along, and let me go look at the description. Yes, it says get a digital version, pattern updates, and get the tutorials from Shelly herself. And let's see. Yes, so you can get it. Let's see. You get the pattern and you get the online course from Shelly Kavana, as well as, you know, getting that PDF. So you can do that. That is an option. So if you go look at Friday's video, it is in the description box. So you can go, I would say go try it, Katie, and see if that's going to fit what you would like to do. That way you can join in, because I would love for you to be able to join in. Susie thinks that she's going to forget her foot for her sewing machine. I believe it. And Katie Craft says foot pedal for her sewing machine. You know, I think all the ones I normally carry, car is unloaded, now putting everything away. Yeah. So I have one sewing machine tote that is just my travel tote, and I always have a foot pedal in there, because the very first time I rented a sewing machine from my store, I did not realize I rented the only one that did not have a start-stop button. So I rented the only one without a foot pedal control on the machine. So like I had to have the foot pedal, and that was the one thing I forgot to take home. So my rental time was cut short because I couldn't really use the machine. It was the most devastating find I had ever had, and I have not repeated it yet. How do we get the mystery quilt sheets? I tried to get them like you instructed on the video, but couldn't find them. So the mystery quilts, okay, so if you cannot download them, send me an email, because I haven't sent out any cutting instructions yet. Yes, you do have, Katie is asking if you have to pay for the online course to get the PDF for Yuletide. Yes, you do. You get it as a package. So when you go click that link, it takes you to the Yuletide Sampler Quilt Along on Shelly Kavana's site, of course, quilts. And it says, join our Yuletide Sampler Creative Sparks online course. You'll also get access to the Creative Spark community and discussions with Shelly. And enrollment in this course includes a copy of the digital pattern, and the course content never expires. So you do get that for free. So you would actually have a leg up on everybody else having the actual designer of the quilt giving you instruction as well. So you would have that extra with it. Welcome in, Pam. But it is more expensive than a printed copy that is available other places, but that does make it more accessible across the world. So that would be what I would do, is go look at that and see how, see about that. I don't know. I looked at it before. Let me go click through real quick and see. Let's see. How do I get the pattern? And click the link. Looks like it's $79.99 here in the United States. But you get the one block pattern with the videos each month. So you will get all of that. And so you will get a video. It looks like you get a video and a download for each chapter, which is each block. So the block 1 is month 1. Rayanne says she's never been to a sewing retreat. Sometimes on club days, I forget the correct thread color. Oh my gosh. Yes, thread color is important. I have done that too. I've taken white when I needed black, or I've taken black when I needed white. Yeah, the digital version is more expensive, but you get it instantly. You would not have to wait for shipping. So that would be one of the advantages of going digital with it. But I was able to find it. It's just that's the only place available for it. And that's for Yuletide Sampler too. Guys, if you are here and you have not clicked that like button, please don't forget. Please don't forget. YouTube does pay attention to that for me. So please don't forget to do that. All right, so let's grab this. Okay, so this is kind of where my eye is going to sit. And this is kind of where some of that extra is going to go. Like it's going to go up like that. But I don't need all of this extra underneath here. So what I can do is I can decide how much of that I want to cut out. And I can put this somewhere else. So instead of having all, I'll see if I can get it to focus in. So instead of having all of this here, that's going to be cut away because I don't need all of that. So I can then put this say I want to add it in down here, that is a cheater's way to get more out of your fabric. So I'm going to do the same thing up here. And I have a lot of fabric hanging over here. I mean, you guys, I have a lot hanging over. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to find some of the points that I've cut, and we are just going to cut a circle down to another point. And I still have some fabric hanging over, some overlap in here. I'm not going to worry about that. It's not going to bother me to have a little bit there, but it saves me from having to go cut this entire piece out of something else. So then I can come up here and position it like that and do something like that. So that's what I'm going to end up doing with this, is I will come back in and I will keep repositioning and cutting out the extra. So like underneath here, once I'm sure that this is where it's going to go, I will cut out some of the extra green. Same up here, I'll cut out some of the extra green. Down here, I've got this bear tucked in here. You guys can see the bear face. I have a lot of the extra part of the bear hanging out underneath here, and that can go somewhere else as well. So I will be doing that, as well as cutting some more fabric and cutting some more pieces to put in here. So what do you guys think of doing something like this? Is this something that you want to do now that you've seen how this can be done? Is this something that you will try in the future? Is this something that is just like, no, I'm good? That's what it's been for me for the longest, is no, I'm good. I have no interest, but you know, I already bought the pattern, and Mr. Siberian Wind is an owl fanatic, so we will make him an owl. We will make him have an owl, one way or the other. He will have Cora the common owl at some point. I just need to cut some more. I've got a lot more to cut. Thank you, Sheila. She says, it is cool. Yes, it is cool. I'm kind of loving it. And I kind of like the symmetry of having the... Sherry says she wants to try it all. Oh, that's fantastic. Right, Carrie? She says she thinks she needs to find the right picture to do all that detail. I do like Laura Heine's patterns for that, because there's a lot of different options. I mean, you can get something big. This one's a big one. This is one of the bigger sized ones, because I think it was 21 by 45. Like it's pretty big. It was one of the biggest ones in the room for sure. And then you can also get smaller ones. You just can't use larger scale items like this sunflower. You wouldn't be able to use that on a smaller one just because it would be too big. Does Mr. Siberian Wind know about this quilt? Yes, he does. Yes, he does. He absolutely does, because I would not be doing this if it were not for him. Ellen says she probably won't make it, but never say never, because you never know. Exactly. So most of my applique, and we were talking about this the other night, most of my applique is needle turn. I like the finished edge of needle turn. I don't really like raw edge anything. This is not my favorite. I'm doing it because that's the style that this is supposed to be done in, and it's what would make sense for this one. But I will never buy another one of these, because this is not something I personally enjoy looking at. But this wasn't for me. This is not about me making this for me. This is about me making it for Mr. Siberian Wind. So I chose it to make just because it was for him. And I will do it. You know, I'll enjoy doing it because it's for him. Will I ever make another one? Probably not, because it's not my thing. I do raw edge, or I don't do raw edge normally. Anything. I don't like it for myself personally. So, I mean, every single one of these, I would have to zigzag stitch down the edges of everything to feel like it was secure and not going to come apart and would be durable enough. And I've done one other raw edge applique like this in my life, and I despised every second of working on that one too. So this will be a one-off for me. You guys will probably never see me do another raw edge, All of my others will be needle turn or something along needle turn lines, just because that's what I would rather do for applique purposes. Susan says she wants to do the llama, then the goat, and the peacock is one of the small ones. Yeah, I mean, they're gorgeous. They are absolutely gorgeous. And once you start looking at a fabric for what can I cut out of it, I mean, did anybody think that you were going to see leopard print cut out today? When you started seeing this laid out here, did you think I was using leopard print? Because you look at leopard print, you don't think of a floral, you don't think of a pattern that you can raw edge applique, you don't think of something that you would do that with. But that's exactly what this is. This is leopard print. And it's not the only leopard print I have. I have one other over here. So I have this leopard print as well. And I am not a leopard print person, guys. This is super tiny though. The other is a little bit larger scale. So this super tiny might be the outside lining. It might go in here with like these lighter colored leaves and flower pieces to create the outside edges of the owl, but this might go more on the tail for the outer edges of the tail, just to kind of give it that spotted look, because this is, my husband sent me pictures of spotted owls and snowy white owls. That's what he was thinking this was going to be, not realizing that it was going to have all the florals and all of that going into it. Now, if I wanted to, could I scrap this and match his colors exactly and just make the owl without doing all of this? Absolutely. Am I going to do it? No. I will go ahead and finish it this way because that's what I, decided I would do with this one. But yeah, this is a raw edge applique. So if you've never done one of these before, that is how you do it. Or that's how I'm doing it. I don't know. I'm not a huge raw edge applique person. Joan says she's not a raw edge applique either. She thinks it looks messy, just my opinion. Yeah, see, that's kind of my thing too. And I kind of have that feeling that I'm not going to be able to let that go, that it's going to consistently feel messy. So I'm going to do a lot of quilting just on this piece before it's appliqued in place. I do want it to be puffy, so I do want to put batting behind this before I applique it onto the background. So the tree is perfectly flat against the background. It's already fused in place. So I'm not going to do anything different to the tree in order to get it to like stand out or anything. The tree is not going to be the focus. The owl is definitely going to be the focus, but I want the owl to puff out. So the owl will have 2 layers of batting underneath the owl. The tail is going to have 1 layer of batting, so it will still stand out from the background. And then the entire background will have 1 layer. So I will do that with it. And I will show you guys as I get through doing updates, like when I get there. Let's see, Pam says she thinks she has the chicken/rooster pattern, but she has no clue which toad it's in. I knew that I had this, and then, oh, thanks, Debbie. Welcome in. But not sure. Cataract surgery tomorrow. Absolutely. Absolutely, Debbie. She says she signed up for the retreat, but she's not sure. Come when you can. Come when you feel like it. If you feel like it, and if you don't, that's fine. I totally understand. Any kind of surgery is stressful to begin with, and then one to do with your eyes. A lot of things are involving your eyes lately. So yeah, I understand. Sorry, I'm yawning, guys. I apologize. But yeah, so I'm not going to probably work on this weekend. I need to get some stuff done, actually completed. So I probably won't work on this weekend, but this is kind of the start to the Cora the Common Owl. So you guys will get to see some more of the process. I don't know when I'll bring it back up, but it will get brought back up. So you guys will get to see her some more as I put her together, and then you'll get to see Mr. Siberian Wind with it once it's done, because I'm not letting him get out of that one. He will have to stand next to it and photograph with it, because that's for me. That's for me. So this week, let's see, Friday. You will have 2 treats Friday. One is the live with Kathy and Alicia on Friday at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. So same start time as this video, same start time as this live, but on Friday. It's going to be second and fourth Fridays of the month, but this is the first one. September 12th is the first one. So 6 p.m. Kathy and Alicia will be here hanging up. That is perfectly fine. Joan, she says she signed up for the retreat, but won't be on till late afternoon or after dinner on Saturday. That is perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. So the last chance to sign up for the retreat will be during Kathy and Alicia's live with me on Friday, Yuletide Sampler 2. You'll be able to catch the live version here on my channel, and then the replay will be available on Kathy and Alicia's channels. So you will not be able to catch replay here. If you want to watch it, you have to watch it live with me. They get the rights to the replays. That's kind of how I've decided to set that up to make it fair for them, so that they're getting all of the watch hours as well. So if you ever want to give them some extra watch hours, you can always rewatch all 3 of us together. Then Friday night, 11:30 p.m. Mountain Time, the next Nocturnal Soul Quilt Along video will come out from me. If you've not signed up for that, if you go back to either of the other 2 Nocturnal Soul Quilt Along videos, you can click the link, sign up for that stitch along for free, get the patterns, and you can catch up or stitch it at your own pace. There are weekly prizes. So if you want to join in live, you absolutely can do that. Absolutely, Susan. She says she might sign up and participate Saturday morning. Perfect. That is perfectly fine with me. Whatever time you have and you want to spend with us, you are welcome to. So that Friday night live, Friday night video from with the Nocturnal Soul Quilt Along, I am doing 2 blocks this week. That is what was issued out to us. One is Moonbeam Meows, and the other is Spellbound. So we have a spell book and we have a ghost cat block that we are doing this week. So you guys will get to see me put those together and get all of the wrinkles ironed out of everything. So you guys will get to see that put together. And then Saturday morning, 6 a.m. Mountain Time is when the retreat launches. So if you've not signed up, you want to sign up for that. So you can come hang out. You do not have to be, you do not have to pay anything for that. That is always free. I keep that free to everybody. You don't have to be a member or anything like that. I don't do that. You are welcome to join without any memberships or anything like that. But you do have to chat at least once. You have to comment on a video or chat live, one or the other, in order to get that email. Because if I don't know who you are, even after you've signed up, then you probably won't get the email. And most people I recognize. So we're still on that level where I recognize most everyone. So if you've not chatted live, please make sure you leave a comment if you are signing up for the retreat. And you're not a live chatter and you're just watching replay, that is perfectly fine. Just make sure to leave a comment so I know who you are, and that helps me out a lot. But that retreat will go all weekend, and it will end Sunday at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. And then my live will be Sunday at 8 p.m. Mountain Time for After Sunset Sunday. I may pull Mr. Siberian Wind in this weekend. We'll see if he's going to join me this weekend for the After Sunset session. But we will be doing that this week, and then my next week is going to be crazy busy as well. So I will keep you guys updated one way or the other. Judy says she will be at the next retreat. Perfect. I'm so excited for that. So excited for it. All right, well guys, I'm gonna go ahead and let you go. I'm going to go sit in front of the fan. I'm not just going to sit with it blowing onto me. I'm just going to go sit right in front of it because it is way too hot in this apartment right now. And then I will see you guys Friday night, 6 p.m. Mountain Time. And don't forget, if you've not checked out Kathy or Alicia's channels, go hit like or subscribe on some of their videos so you can get notified about their content as well. And I will see you guys